Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Regular viewers will know by now that I review many photographic, audio and video related products. Well, today we're taking a brief look at the brand new Canon G7X Mark III, and this is the little camera. I purchased this to supplement my other cameras and also to use as a great pocket camera when we're going out. It's got your conventional selfie tilty-wilty screen and 1-inch sensor. It's a point and shoot camera and it is absolutely super. It has got the tilty-wilty screen, as you can see there, so great for, you know, doing selfies. And it's got face detect and all that sort of malarkey, so it's great for that kind of thing. And very importantly and very usefully, it has got, wait for it, a 3.5mm jack, microphone jack, no headphone jack, but it's got a 3.5mm microphone jack just on the side there. So ideal for, you know, vloggers, because you can plug a microphone in. Now you are limited because there is no hot shoe to connect a microphone to. It's got no hot shoe, so you have to use some sort of bracket. I have got a little Babby Saramonic 3.5mm plug-in mic, so that literally just goes straight into the side here like so, and then you have a really useful tilty-wilty microphone, so when you are vlogging, I've turned it on, it's doing all sorts of crazy things. So when you have got the microphone plugged in and you're doing anything that requires, you know, that you can do it that way, like that, and it's really handy. And obviously if you're shooting, if you're filming something else, so you've got it this way round, and you're shooting something else, so you can turn the microphone round facing you. And another nifty thing with it, this particular camera, when you got it in movie mode, let's put that into movie mode. When you got it in movie mode and you're filming, as long as you've got it in manual audio, and that's another great thing, this little camera has got manual audio settings. It's a little bit fiddly to get to, but at least it has it, and I think that's a really good thing. 20.1 megapixel 1-inch sensor, so you know, quite a number of pixels, but it is only 1 inch. I say is only 1 inch. That's kind of a norm now for pocket cameras. You look at the Sony RX range and you look at the Panasonic LX range, they're all 1-inch sensors, but they do produce really nice images and produce really good video. This particular model, the G7X Mark III, is a step up from the GX Mark II because it shoots in 4K. So I've done some filming, you know, a reasonable amount of filming in 4K. Very pleased with the 4K results. You're limited to 10-minute clips, which is completely fine. But I've done some filming in the garden last night, and I was really shocked to find, even though it wasn't incredibly warm, it overheated. But I say, have a look at these video clips and see for yourself what you think. Yes, I've just done a quick vlogging test to see how good the G7X Mark III is. And I've got a little Saramonic microphone plugged in. Can't see a thing now because the sun's shining off the screen, that's better. Yeah, the screen is really reflective, and that can be quite annoying when you're filming out in daylight. And I have to hold the camera, the actual wide isn't that wide, I have to hold it quite far away, but maybe if I do that, but then I can't see the screen terribly well, but at least I can see it. I can see there's something there. So I've got image stabilization set to standard, so I'd be curious to see how good that is. And it's really handy, I can stop and start recording by just tapping the screen, and I do really like that function. I don't know how good the autofocus is. It's contrast detect only, no phase detect points on this camera. But yeah, I'm finding I have to hold my hand out quite a lot, and after a while for me it gets quite tiring. So yeah, I won't be doing a lot of vlogging, but then I don't do a lot of vlogging, well, I don't do any vlogging, so not really my scene. But yeah, as a vlogging camera, it's actually pretty good. There is one feature of this camera that I'm really enjoying using, and that is the touchscreen. The touchscreen is so good. You can adjust your apertures, your ISO, your shutter speeds, and quite a few of the other functions. But do you know one function I really like with the touchscreen? When you've got it in selfie mode, of course I've got the screen flipped up so I can see it, I can just hit the record button on the screen. I don't have to fumble around the back of the camera to find the record button. I can just tap the screen and then that will start and stop the recording. And that is, for me, a great little feature. So well done, Canon, for that. Sony haven't really implemented the touchscreens very well on their cameras. You can touch to focus, but you can't go through the menus or anything like that. The other thing with a Canon, it's got a great menu system. I'm very pleased with that. Canons always have. And it is really good on this camera as well. You can get to all the different functions very quickly because it is lacking function buttons, which you would expect. It's a compact camera. You're not going to get the functionality of a big mirrorless camera, DSLR or whatever. But at least you can get to the functions via the touchscreen very quickly, very efficiently. So what you were just looking at there is actual video clips from the G7X Mark III. And I think you'll find they're pretty damn good, aren't they? They're not bad at all. And even in the professional environment, you can get some really good, clips for C-roll, potentially B-roll, but more C-roll, just a few odd clips here and there, and holiday footage and what have you. And also the stills that come out of this camera are very, very pleasant. If you look at these stills here, they're certainly very pleasant. It's got a really nice control wheel around the lens, predominantly used for adjusting aperture. It's limited actually to what you can set it for, and I was a bit disappointed about that as well. But all said and done though, it's a nice clicky, I don't know if you can hear that. Probably not, but it's a nice clicky wheel that goes around the lens. It also has a control dial on the back of the camera here, but that doesn't unfortunately seem to do a lot. When you're in manual mode it does. There we go, you can see that better now. There's a control wheel there and there's various function buttons, but you can't reassign these function buttons. That I found, you can reassign this little star one. I've got that reassigned to ND filters because that's turn the ND filter on and off, and you can assign it to whatever you like, near enough. And that's another wonderful thing with this camera. Tiny little camera, but they've included a 3-stop ND filter, and I think that's great for video. Not necessarily important for photos, but great for video. So it has got, a reasonable amount of manual functionality. Actually quite a lot of manual functionality. And it's got your exposure compensation dial on the top. It's a really nice little camera. So the only major niggling point for me, if I'm shooting 4K, is the overheating issue. And that is disappointing. If you think about it, most online content on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, well, Instagram's a different issue, but it's all HD, a majority of it's HD, so you might as well film in HD. There's many computers that won't handle 4K, so, HD is completely fine. The other thing is, what I've not experimented with, it has got video mode for Instagram TV. I don't understand any of that, but it does conform it correctly if you're filming that way. I find that really bizarre, but apparently you can, and I have seen in the menu that you can, and it has got a built-in flash. Not that I'm a flash person, but it has got that little built-in flash. You can sort of bounce it if you need to. So if you want to take a photograph and you want to bounce it off a low ceiling, it would have to be a pretty low ceiling because they're not very powerful flashes. And the lens is equivalent to 24-100. So this zoom lens is an f1.8 to 2.8. So that again is damn good in low light at 1.8, and even 2.8 is pretty acceptable for a camera of this size. But as I said, it's a 24 equivalent to 24-100 zoom. And again, that'll cover, well, it covers pretty much everything. Most of them of this sort of size are like 24-70. So I think a 24-100 is pretty damn good. Yeah, so I don't think there's much else I can say about it. I will do, I'll probably do a more in-depth look at this camera, but that's my initial thoughts of this little Canon G7X Mark III. It has got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi as well to connect it to your mobile phone. I have done that and it does seem to work, but I don't know much about that at the moment, so I'm not going to go into great detail on that. I do know you can view your images and copy your images over to your tablet or mobile phone, but I do need to do a little bit more experimenting with that. So yeah, there we go. That's the Canon G7X Mark III. Very nice little camera, very pleased I bought it. Battery life is okay. I've not had any, I think I'm going to have to buy a couple of extra batteries. They do seem to go through batteries, particularly if you're filming, reasonably quick, which is understandable because they do have this habit of putting piddly little batteries in. I mean, it's only a tiny little thing. I would prefer the camera just to be a slightly bulkier with a bigger battery, but hey ho. Obviously SD card slot goes in where the battery goes. Don't think there's much more I can say about it really, initially, but yeah, my initial thoughts on the G7X Mark III. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content of some use. Please subscribe if you do enjoy my videos and you enjoy this channel. It means a lot to me. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and share it with all your friends. That'd be fantastic. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos related to video photography and some audio. Thanks very much. See you soon. Bye.